Hey everybody, this is Quentin Parker and welcome to my flight sim vlog. Today we're going to be flying a new addition to my hangar, my stable, the vFlyteAir SR20. Take a good look, sexy lines. Alright, matter of fact, if you jump in, you'll see it's just as sexy on the inside, like a Formula One racer or something. We're going to fly this puppy to Seattle, and it's going to be just kind of a final orientation flight, if you will. I've gone up in it a couple of times, get the feel of it, and pretty sure I like it. So we're just gonna, go on a long cross country. So also, and to show you, the viewer, what it can do. It'll be, I guess, a mini review. So everything starts, as far as I'm concerned, with this content menu. It only has two real divisions: options and weight and balance. They pretty much speak for themselves. Options, up here you can kind of do a mini walk around, if you want to put it that way. Close the co-pilot door, close the pilot door, close the cargo door. Here we go. And I'm going to leave the wheels and chocks, the wheel chocks and pitot cover on for right now. And I'm going to turn on screen notifications. So here are your options. Startup, cold, dark, and healthy. That's going to come in handy because this modeling of the SR20 by vFlyteAir, it has save states, meaning basically the last time you used it, when you shut down, it will maintain those settings. If you landed this thing with 30% fuel, when you load it again, it'll have 30% fuel. If you let the air, if you didn't refill the air canister when you landed, it's going to be empty. The oxygen canister. Oxygen air, it's the same thing. But that comes in handy, but can also be a little annoying. So if you click Startup, Cold, Dark, and Healthy, it'll reset all of those save states. Whoops. And weight balance pretty much speaks for itself. Gives you graphic representations of each seat and the wings. I'm doing well with my diet, so I'm weighing in at 205. I do not have a co-pilot, so I'm entering 38 pounds for my flight bag. The wings, each wing has a avgas tank that holds 27 gallons of fuel, probably 25 usable. I'm not taking any passengers, so that's zeroed out, and no cargo. So we're right within the right in the middle of the envelope. We're real good. I do want to show you one thing. It's super mondo cool. And that is this. Let's zoom in. Oops, let's zoom out. Let's pull this up. Those are your chocks. They are real easy to miss. But if you amend the weight and balance of the plane, notice, oh, hang on, let me try it with the wings. I said let me try it with the wings. There we go. Notice how it moves. It moves, the physical model reflects the center of gravity moment. Oh, notice that. Fuel level critical, switch tanks. That's that was me when I turned on-screen notifications. But that's not why I turned it on. Matter of fact, I'll show you why I turned it on. Damn it. Alright, so we're cold and dark inside. Battery 2. Battery 1. Alternator 1. Alternator 2. Avionics. There we go. Nav. Light. Strobe light. Landing light. Fuel's on the fullest tank. Mixture rich. Fuel pump on. Clear left. Clear cowl. And clear right. Clear prop. That's why I turned on notifications. It'll remind you of little things like that. Because again, those chocks, they are easy to miss, man. So now you see them. Now you don't. Pitot cover's gone too. So we can... I normally don't fly with it on. Oh, that's another thing. Duh. The Cirrus SR20 and SR22 do not have nose wheel steering. This nose wheel is a free castering wheel, like a shopping cart. Normally you steer on the ground by applying differential brakes. So that can be a pain in the butt to some people. In and of itself, I'm not bothered by it. But while I'm getting used to this plane, I decided to turn on nose wheel steering. The kind souls at vFlyteAir put in a nose wheel steering option. So basically you can just get in the air and go. Speaking of getting in the air and going, let's do that. Oh, check this out. Check this out. Check it. Huh? Huh? Little 3D little 3D menu action. Yeah, little pop out. Boop. That one too. All right, so we're going to Seattle. We're going to Seattle. You know what? Yeah, let's go to Seattle. I'm sorry, I got a wild hair just now, and I seriously thought about going to Portland. KSEA. CTAC. Enter. And we are active. That's what I wanted. This this plane makes use of a plugin called a terrain radar plugin, basically, and it has native support for it. So right out the back, boom, coming out the gate, you've got terrain radar. So sweet. I think that's enough. I think I'm just going to go now. Case CTAC's plugged in. Let's do it. Releasing the parking brake. And we're rolling. Brakes work. Once we're airborne and in cruise, I'll go through the menu options for both displays, the primary and the navigational. If you're used to a glass cockpit arrangement, it might not be, too terribly engaging. But some of us who has two thumbs and not familiar with the glass cockpit arrangement, kind of like that sort of stuff. It's interesting for me. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I was about to try and fit between those two high wings. My dumb ass. Yeah, I really don't have a problem with the cast ring nose wheel. I haven't flown. Whoa. I haven't flown the SR22 in the real world, but I imagine that it would take some getting used to, especially if you're used to kick and rudder pedals. But in the meantime, again, I just want to focus on some of the more exotic aspects of flying this plane. And there's that fucking sign again. That tickles me to no end. I'm sorry. It's like, oh man. Bravo area run up. Approach path is clear. We're good to go. Standing on the brakes. Oh, I love this part. Hang on. Check it out. You know, that's how I'm always fighting to start a timer in you know, when I'm ready to go. This one's right on the top, baby. Hang on. GPS. nav1, nav2, GPS. There we go. Enter. Clock's running. Let's do it. Standing on the brakes. Full throttle. Release. Correct. Speed's alive. Rotate. Feltfield. Spokane, Washington. All right, we're at 500 feet, engaging autopilot. Nav. Hands off. If that's too cluttered, you know, turn features off. All right, we're slowly coming on course. I've got Seattle at 200 nautical miles away. At our current speed, Well, we're climbing. It's about 2 hours away, but we're not even at cruise yet, so. Downtown Spokane. I'm allowed to make fun of it because I lived there for 4 years. Can't wait till somebody makes a legit scenery for Spokane. We're almost there. Got the twin smokestacks. Because what is Spokane without the smokestacks? We are coming up on Spokane International, and 10 miles a little further than that, Fairchild Air Force Base, home of the parajumpers, United States Air Force parajumpers. Damn it. There we go. There's Spokane International. We're going to climb to 12,500. Oh, wait. Hey God. Check it out. I think that's a dent. Or, you know what, no, never mind, maybe not. It's not a dent, it's cowl access, but I swear to God, from here, it looks like two drunks were fighting and they banged up the cowl of the plane. You know what? Part of me wants them to be dents. Because it's too damn pretty. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. So, vFlyteAir, they make an SR22. Excuse me, damn it, an SR20, and this is it. The reason why I am flying the SR20 so soon after flying the SR22 is because my profound disappointment in the SR22. I have another video where I talk about it. Basically, it is a X-Plane 10 model, and it doesn't translate well to X-Plane 11. That's the long and short of it. That's the side effect of running an X-Plane 10. It's X-Plane 10 core is incompatible with X-Plane 11. Here's Fairchild. home of... Really? Seriously? There we go. God damn it. I'm trying to be cool here. And there goes Fairchild Air Base, home of many an air show. Shit, that's all I wanted to say. So, the primary manifestation of said incompatibilities was, or is, a zone, or two zones actually, of sound that pop when you zoom through them. It doesn't matter whether you're in TrackIR or you're using your keyboard. If they're primarily between the headrest and the front panel. So let's say you want to be able to read some of the finer type without, popping out a screen. What do? You either lean in like so. Really? TrackIR is acting up. You either lean in like that, or you zoom in like that. And it doesn't matter how you do it. At some point between the headrest and the front panel, as your viewpoint transits through it, through empty space, it passes through these two zones where the sound begins to spike and pop. And there's no fix for it. At least according to Carinato, who I asked directly. So, in addition to that, its sound also spikes from like 2%. It goes straight to like 100. So I have to keep the sound on like 1%. It's just too loud coming out of the box, and there's no gradation of smoothly increasing the volume. It's just loud, period. So yeah, I am very, very, very disappointed with the SR22. That's all I can say. So, because I still love the Cirrus experience, I figured I would give the vFlyteAir model a shot, and so far I am quite pleased. Most surprising is to be as good looking as it is, so far as graphics and textures. It is a real lightweight on its impact of my sim. Right now, this view ahead, right here, this is 48 frames a second. This is 48. That's 55, 58, 57. That's 54, 55. So, I got reflections turned on. I'm living large. So yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that the high resolution textures don't have a greater impact on the frame rate. But, you know, I'll take what I can get. I ain't proud. I mean, I am proud, but, you know, not really. Coming up on 1100. We're going to level off at 12,005. Give us separation from the mountains. I keep wanting to call them the Caucasus Mountains. I swear to God, I'm silly. Passing through 11,000. There is oxygen. There we go. At 12.5, I don't think we'll need it, but I'm going to keep my eye open for signs of hypoxia. If it gets dark, I'm flipping that switch, baby. We've got these crazy disco visors. I swear, I when I saw the screenshots for them, I couldn't see the tint, so I thought that they were like clear. And I was like, what the hell good is that? You know, they're clear. It's basically a second set of glass, but no, they have a tint. It's okay. I can calm down. Yeah, even with my shadows enabled. 48 frames in this view. Even with anti-aliasing enabled. 48 frames. Yes, it has a functioning caps system. No, I'm not going to demonstrate it for you. Get your own goddamn emergency. .56 frames, 57, 58. Coming up on 12,000. Let's see if I can't capture the altitude. $12.14. 12,100. 200, 300, this should be simple. 400, 'Fingers over the Alt button. 450. 470, 490, 500, and I got 510. You know what? I'll take it. All right. That being the case, we are now established fully in cruise. Airspeed's picking up. Let's lean the mixture a little bit, see if we can't get a little bit more power. We're at 61% power now, but EGT's not even showing. Okay, EGT's coming alive. We went from 61 to 66. Oh, that might have... But the EGT's really hot, so I'm thinking I'll leave it there. Yeah. Alright, so we're at 57% power, full RPMs 2700, manifold pressure of 20.1 inches, and you'll notice that there's no prop lever. The Cirrus prop planes do that automatically. They're computer controlled, so they don't use a prop lever at all. But it's still nice to know the manifold pressure. Fuel flow is a SIPI 7.5. Oil temperature strikes me as kind of low, but oil pressure is flirting with being high, but it's still in the green. Cylinder heads, they're hot. Exhaust gas, that's hot. This measures, or this can measure, there we go. This can measure the amount of oxygen that's in the tank, as well as the de-icing fluid. Here's our electrical loads, plural, all in the green, although this one, I don't know what's going on there. Fuel, left and right, as a matter of fact. Fuel pump on. Now it's on the right. Fuel pump off. Fuel calculator. We've used almost 6 gallons of fuel. 50's remaining. We have a kick-ass time left in the air of 6.5 hours almost, and a range of almost 1,000 miles. That works for me. So that's the engine page. Is it? Damn it! There's a trim indicator here of letting me know how my ailerons and rudders are trimmed. Aileron has a slight nose down trim, I suppose. Flaps are up, at least they better be, or else they'll have been ripped off by now. Checklists. for the full range of functions. Pre-engine start, engine start, pre-taxi, taxi, pre-takeoff, takeoff, normal takeoff, short field takeoff, climb, cruise, descent, pre-landing, go around, post-landing, shutdown. So you basically don't have to carry a checklist in this plane. As long as you've got electricity and the screen's not smashed, you can, you know, review the checklist. You can review the checklist digitally. You can add charts. I think they have to be converted to PNG files, but yeah, you can add your own charts. And all of this airport diagram and all these approach plates, they're all for Duluth. Why Duluth? I mean, it's not exactly what I would call a happening spot, but it is where the Cirrus factory is. It's Cirrus's home. So, yeah. The good people at vFlyteAir just decided to, you know, honor them by throwing in all the Duluth-specific charts. Which reminds me, we are now, we have an indicated airspeed of 118, a ground speed of 142, and a true airspeed of 142. So we're looking at being in the Seattle terminal area in just over an hour. Not too shabby, especially since we've been in the air almost a half hour. I want to say that this is faster than the Warrior. I know the SR22 is. No two ways about it. The SR22 blows the Warrior out the water, speed-wise. But I'm kind of the opinion, without referencing it, that the SR20 and the Piper Warrior are pretty much in the same speed range. So yeah. Hence my disappointment with the SR22. What else can I show you? I've showed you the maps. Let's yeah, I'm gonna leave this on because I want to see how it handles the terrain. Zoom out. Oops, that's zooming in. Maybe I will come in just a little bit. One more? Yeah, that'll help. Here's a Frada. And I think Wenatchee's a little further up. So, sorry. Alright, that's a full 60 frames right there. And that's 59. So again, I am very pleased with the performance of this model on the sim, if not its performance in the sim, if you take my meaning. Oh, there we go. You gotta watch how you lean or else the ghost of Pilot's Past will pop up out of nowhere. I believe this might be one of the developers. Ichabod computer guy. But yeah, as long as you don't lean too far to one side, you know, you're good. It's just you. But again, wait a second. Nope, I screwed it up. There we go. Ichabod computer guy. What's that? Cabin pressure. Alright, this is a learning moment, because I have never set cabin pressure before. That's not true. I've done it in the PC-12. Alright, let's do it. O2 required. Oxygen on. I don't think I see any actual controls for setting the cabin pressure. That's why that came as a shock to me. Just going to enjoy the flight. And you know, I probably need to move my viewpoint ahead a little bit. No. Much better. I could probably sit up a little bit too. And I could come over a little bit. Wow, this is all messed up. So, yeah, this is what I'm flying. Well, testing. No, I don't know. I own it, so I will be flying it. There. That's what I'll be saying. Oxygen in the green. Hello. That was 5 lights a moment ago. What the hell's going on? I am burning through oxygen. Wow. That was amazing. I need to investigate why a 3-hour supply of oxygen almost depleted itself in 5 minutes. That is not cool. Basically, I can't fly above, you know, above 12,000 feet, really. Alright, I'll get back to you guys on that. That is not cool at all. But I'm still pleased. There's a haze layer above, or below me. Can't really see what's going on. But as long as I'm clear of clouds and clear of the mountains, I don't really care. So, what else can I tell you? The vFlyteAir SR20 is not the only new plane in my hangar. There's I'm trying to learn to fly new planes. A friend of mine, I suspect, secretly wants me to fly heavies. I don't roll like that. I don't think it doesn't float my ducky, you know, thinking about it. So, but I do want to learn to operate variable pitch propeller aircraft, planes that have a prop lever. I gotta say, I've felt a little intimidated about it in the past, but I'm like, wait a second, I'm in a simulation. I'm not damaging property. If there was a place to learn about the efficient operation of an engine through use of a variable speed propeller, it would be in a simulation. So, the other plane that I got has a variable speed propeller, and I'm just kind of like, ah! It's frightening. It's frightening because it's so not me, but I will become that. We really need some traffic up here. And that'll be for another video. It's not just a new plane, but it's a different plane. It's a different kind of plane. You would think that I would have gone with a, I don't know, an Archer that has you know, complex gear or something. But no, that's exactly why I didn't get the Archer, because it's I want my wheelhouse to expand a little bit. That bothers me. That really does. Like if I hadn't, there's status lights. Quantity indicators on TrackIR is having a fit. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I noticed the capacity went down like it, you know, 1 dot from full, and it's supposed to be a 3-hour canister, so that's what made me look. Excuse me. What's the difference between topographic and terrain? All right. I gotta investigate that. Oh man. That was uncool. That was not cool at all. I've been in the air like 45 minutes and I'm just noticing that my transponder wasn't on. It was still in standby mode. 40 minutes. Wow. Oh boy. Oh, well, I didn't go through the primary display, but before I do that, I just realized that there are fuses down here, and they work, as in you pull one out, you'll lose some functionality. And this blue thing right here that I just clicked is an alternate static source. Let's say my dumbass took off without uncovering the pitot tube. I could use, you know, that for my static, my pitot-static gauges. Wow, I am not moving my head. There we go. What else? What else? What else can I tell you? Or I can just show you this. So, there's some redundancy in the information that's available to me as the pilot. What do we got here? Again, this is, if you're used to flying like a G1000, this is all, you know, annoying to you, and I apologize. But this top strip is just, you know, lets me know what kind of power I'm operating at, navigation information, where GPS enabled, autopilot's enabled, altitude mirrors that. We're flying direct to Seattle, which is currently at a distance of roughly 117 nautical miles, and at that speed, at that distance, we'll get there in roughly 49 minutes. My communications frequencies: green is active, blue is standby. My tape gauges for for altitude, damn it, for airspeed and altitude. Kind of military, you know, like a HUD. My well, this is the artificial horizon, so I'm just going to call this wow. Well, this is everything's kind of thrown in here, isn't it? You know, here's my directional gyro. Here's my turn and bank indicator. This is my slip indicator right here. Turn and slip, skid and slip. This indicates whether there's a wind at my current altitude, and if so, what direction and its strength. This is bearing information. Hang on. There we go. This is bearing information. I can pull up information for either both navs or the GPS. Right now it's looking at nav 1, GPS, ADF, nav 1, GPS, and bearing 2 is GPS also, ADF, nav 2, GPS. So, and there's that error again. I have to look into that to see if I'm actually in any type of trouble, if I'm actually at risk for hypoxia or something. As best as I know, I'm not. I can set the standard barometer. And local time, yay. Oh, inset. I can, if I don't feel like, if this isn't, if this is an abbreviated look at all the engine readings. If I want to leave the big if I want to leave open the big picture, for my engines, I can pull up an inset of my navigation, or at least my moving map, I should say, and still have an idea of where I am in relationship to everything else. Or I could turn it off. And I believe that's pretty much it. I mean, you know, you have your necessary controls here for the flight management system, the autopilot, and these gauges over here. So all right, we're coming up on the mountains. Let's see how it's represented. Sweet. So it's a slow plane, but it's a nice plane. I'm all right. You know, I spent the last couple of days flying the PC-12 around, and the PC-12 is mad fast. You know, it's clearly like at least 100 knots faster than what I'm doing right now. It'll climb faster, it'll move faster. And it's cool. But I'm not flying the PC-12 right now. I'm flying this plane. And yeah, just need to get over it. Part of me wants to hack this install and give it the give it the flight model and engine instrumentation of the SR22, but I'm sure I'd be violating some type of notice somewhere. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a way to get this abbreviated engine instrument, this abbreviated engine strip over here. And I thought this was the button to do it. But it's... I don't know what that button does. Went there. Nearest. let's say I lose my engine right now, and I want to know where the nearest airport is, like specifically. I mean, obviously, if I lose my engine now, I have I have top-down information displayed right there on the moving map. But I could pull this up for specifics. Airports, they're bearing away from me their distance, and in some cases those that have a tower or a Unicom channel, the frequency, so I don't have to fart around and look for, I don't have to waste time looking for stuff that I can just pull up right here. So that's that. I'm really liking this plane so far. It feels lighter than the SR22. The SR22 has a way of really giving you the idea, the feel that it's a heavy plane, particularly when you're landing it. But I'm not feeling that with this plane. But that's okay. We're good. Matter of fact, we're just over 90 miles away from Seattle. So we still have about 40 miles before before we're in range of their ATIS. But normally I would turn the ATIS information on, or excuse me, I would dial in the ATIS frequency, so I would be ready for it once we got in range. Just leave it on in the background. But we're flying in veritable ideal conditions, so I'm not worried about it. Excuse me, that came out of nowhere. It's not like I'm flying with real weather enabled. It's not like I'm flying on VATSIM right now, where it would impose weather. Yeah, I'm just flying my in my usual weather arrangement. Cirrus clouds. Okay. Oops. And we are kind of chasing the sun. It's almost 7 o'clock. Oh, it's almost 8 o'clock. So by the time we reach Seattle, it'll probably be nightfall. I've got another half hour. Yeah, it's going to be 8:30 by the time we're wheels down. Okay, so I just have that one range of motion. Oh, and if I didn't mention earlier, uh, this model from vFlyteAir, you can set it to auto update. It will check every time the plane loads to see if it is the latest version of itself, and it'll just update on the fly. Yeah, I mean, you can enable or disable it for obvious reasons, but I'm on a network. Excuse me, I'm on a Wi-Fi connection, so leave it up. Yeah, if we were going to Portland, we'd be all down here by now. So yeah, I am branching out using the simulator as a teaching tool, so that my appreciation for other planes is more rounded. Um, you know, I've always wanted to fly the SR-71 in real life. Yeah, I thought I'd be like, that movie Daryl. You know, I could steal the SR-71. I have no idea where I would take it. I have no idea where I would park it. I have no idea how I would fuel it. But, when you're dreaming, you don't really think about these things. So now that X-Plane has always had the SR-71, but it's a bear to fly. It's even, I knew it was a bear to fly, but it's not forgiving. So that's going to take some practice. That's going to take some practice. Shucks. Let's go to COM 2. That would be nav 1 and 2, knucklehead. There we go. Let's dial in Seattle. Just out of habit. I'm sorry, I gotta do it. It's a solid 118. All right. And I'm going to tune in. Ugh. $16 right. I'm going to plan on landing on runway 16 right. And park from there. Crap, what is it? It's give me a second. SeaTac. ILS. For 16 right is 110.75. That's it. So let's punch that in. Into nav 1. Oh, duh. $110.75. There it is. It's green and it's active. I have no idea what this is, but I imagine it has something to do with the ballistic parachute. Oh my. I swear they look the same. I can't tell the difference. Excuse me. It's me, not you. That reminds me. I think my landings have sucked so much lately because I've been trying to force excellent landings, or at least landings that I think the plug-in, the landing speed plug-in would appreciate. What is going on there? I have no idea what that's about. And it's backfiring. I mean, I never really had a problem with landing until I installed that, and you know, it was like a watched pot. You know, well, I shouldn't say a watched pot. It was like performance anxiety, really. I mean, my landings weren't, you know, greasers every time, but damn, they certainly weren't bounces either. So, I'm still going to use it. I'm just going to ignore it. This is pretty. Excuse me. It's late on my end. 50-something miles. 21 minutes? Sweet. Been flying for about 75 minutes. Let me see something. We're almost through the thick of it anyway. I guess after this point it drops off, the terrain that is. I mean, I could probably start a shallow descent now. But I'm still a fair distance away from Seattle. Ow! I just contorted myself, very much like you just saw. Oh, that hurt. Ow. Ow. Um, hmm. There you are. Just kind of looming there in the shadows, in the mist. Hmm. I really don't like dead air, but you know, sometimes there's just nothing to add. "16 minutes until the terminal area of Seattle." Uh, 15 minutes. Well, that's 15 minutes just to get into the area. Still got to descend, decelerate, and line up for approach. That's probably going to add 10 minutes. Did that just turn itself back on? Yes, the hell it did. Alright. "30 miles out, 12 minutes ETA. I need to start getting my nose down." Nope. Just disconnected the whole autopilot. Apparently, gonna have to go back to the instructions because I could not do anything without. All I wanted to do was descend, and that seemed a little too much. So while we're off the autopilot, I'm gonna brake to the, well, not brake, but I'm gonna bank to the right, get some offset from the airport so I can turn back in, and I won't be, right on top of it when I go to when I go to land. Probably going to overfly Boeing Field and come fairly close to downtown Seattle. With all this haze, though, I doubt we'll be able to see it. See it well. Yeah, there's Boeing Field near Seattle. And there is, oh God, would that be Puget Sound? Passing through 11,000. Gonna change, one CJL or ICJL. Okay, I'm gonna switch to the fuller tank, fuller fuel tank that is. Wow, I cannot get TrackIR to friggin' cooperate. And it seems like we've descended below the haze layer. So it's Boeing Field right there. which means that's Seattle, or SeaTac right there. Standing by to turn. Might be a little premature. Sun's just starting to go down. We might make it before sundown. Oh, and there's Seattle City. Space Needle, bitches. There's Seattle. Did I miss something? Oh, that was cool. All right. Mixture rich. Fuel pump was already on. Duh. We're in the white arc. First notch of flaps. I shouldn't say first notch of flaps. Cirrus planes only have 2 notches. 50% and full flaps. Feet on the rudder pedals. What just happened? Did we lose the light? Full flaps. No, you don't. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. 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 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. I don't really know what the second lyric is. Over hill and highway the banana buggy goes. Coming home to bring you the banana split show. Is that a cop? Holy shit, he was gone too. Oh, there's another one. There's a simulated emergency going on. That is awesome. Alright. We're slightly high, but the runway can be made. Plenty of runway too. Making up a mess of fun. Lots of fun for everyone. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. 4 banana, 3 banana, 2 banana, 1. All bananas playing in the bright, cool sun. Flipping like a pancake, popping off your cork. Bingo, jingo, trooper and snork. Okay, that was me not giving a fuck about the landing speed radar, and I got excellent. And what the hell is that floaty thing over there? Floaty and rotating. Oh, that would be radar. I didn't see, I didn't see the support structure. It just looked like it was floating. All right. Okay. We are clear of the runway. Where is my... Oh, here it is. That was 16 right we landed on. I can go either November, Papa, or Quebec all the way. Quebec would probably be the best one to get to the transient parking. And I did not see crap, it's November. Oh well, I'll take the long way. November to Tango to transient parking. So this was an educational flight. I'm seeing what this model of the SR20 can do. I know what to be aware and afraid of, particularly when it comes to oxygen. I know to not put too much reliance on the landing speed grader. You know, trust my feelings. And you know, land the way I was taught. And if I get a good score, I get a good score. If not, don't chase the app. Okay, here we are, transient parking. Because I'm a transient. Hey, I'm a transient parker. I cracked myself up. And I'm going to keep it in the family since there's a Cirrus Jet SF50 there. I'm going to park over there. Made it just as it was getting dark. And there's a soda machine for me. But I can't have soda anymore. I'm on the wagon. The water wagon. Ugh. that's good enough. Let's see if I can't... Guess not. You can do this. Come on. Come on. That's not what I'm trying to do. Just want it to be neat. That's good enough. All right. So if I didn't say so before, welcome to Seattle. Let's get some air in here. Considering the air that we would have otherwise used is all but depleted. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you enjoyed this mini review. And join me again for the next plane that I will feature in my orientation flights, plural. There we go. That's what I was looking for. All right. Let's get out of here and get some coffee or something. Whatever this screwed up town is famous for. This has been Quentin Parker, and hang on for a second. You know, screw it. I'll deal with it later. This has been Quentin Parker, and this has been my flight sim vlog. I will catch up with you guys a little later. I'm out.